Alright guys, welcome again to another of our Lasfit videos. Today I'll be answering some of the questions that we've been receiving through our Facebook messages, our YouTube, Instagram, all our social medias. We've gotten a lot of the same questions and we're going to try to answer most of them today. So if you have any more questions or if I missed something you wanted to know, please feel free to let us know at the end of the video by commenting, leaving us a message, or actually calling us up and we'll answer any questions you have. Okay, so the questions we've been having is, which bulb should I go for, or how do I know which light bulb do I need for my car? So basically I'm going to show you three different ways to find this out. The first one is going to be going through online. Okay, so one of the websites that we recommend is actually using osramericas.com. So the way this works is that you have a selector right here. It tells you start here. You will select the year of your vehicle. So for example, we'll do 2016. Ask for the make. So let's see, something easy. Chevy for Chevrolet. Camaro. Let's see. It actually says select qualifier, but basically it's saying what type of light came with your car. So if you have the stock halogen, you will click on the halogen. If you came with HIDs, you will click on the HIDs. So for this example, we're going to do the halogen. Alright, and after that, it'll show you the see all bulbs for this vehicle. Another note that to keep in mind is that on certain vehicles, you'll actually get another selection where it asks if it's a sedan or coupe or whatever it is that you're driving, and you will click that to get the correct information. Alright, so once you click on that, it'll give you the information for all the different light bulbs that will be required for your vehicle. So for example, here you got your headlight bulb low beams will be H11s and your high beams will be 9005. And like that, it'll tell you all the numbers under the part list and to let you know which one you'll be needing for your car. So the secondary one is going to be to use the GE lighting. They actually have an app you can look up on Google Play, or you can go directly to their website and go to Android and click right here and it'll download the app for you. If you have iPhone, iOS, you will go here. So you have that at your the Apple store and get it from there. So the thing about this one is that when you use the app, it's just like Osram. It'll give you the options to select your year, make, model, and all that stuff. But it only goes up to 2014. The Osram one is up to the latest year, which is up to 2016 right now. So once it hits August, around there, it'll update to the 2017 models. But on the GE headlight app that lets you know which bulbs you need, that one only goes up to 2014. So if your vehicle is before 2014, you have no problem finding what you need. But if it's a 2015 and up, then you'll be more better off using the Osram America. So the second thing, the second option you have, well, not very a second, it's your third option, would be to actually go to your local auto parts and ask for the information there. The only problem with that is that usually auto parts, if you don't have your correct year or don't know the correct model for your vehicle, you might actually run into the problem where you might get the wrong light you need for your car. So for example, vehicles, when they're sold from factory, they actually tend to sell them around the third quarter, I believe it is, which is around August, November. And when that happens, they become the next following year model. So if you get your, let's say for example 2016, you bought it around August, November, it's going to be pretty much a pre-2017. So on some vehicles, you probably won't notice much of a change, but on others, they'll do a big jump and everything can change on it. So if you don't know that, you probably get the wrong bulb, and when you get to your house, you try to take apart your car, you'll find out it's the wrong one. So make sure that if you do go to your auto parts, make sure you either ask them to check out your bin so it'll be easier, or know what year car you have. The other one you can do would be to actually go to your dealership, and on that it'll be the best thing to do because they'll pull up your bin and they know what to look for. So after that, the next option you have is to actually go directly to your car and actually pop out your bulb. So on these, this will be your halogen. So when you pull this out, it'll actually tell you in the back, it'll have the information for it. For example, this one is a H11 from Osram. So this is not a from factory, it's actually aftermarket or going to your store and buying one from there or online. So one thing I want to also remind you is that on the H11s, you actually can interchange them with the H8, H9, and they're the same ones. The only difference that I've noticed on these is that the connector inside, don't know if you can actually see it, but there's like a little separator in between the two pins. On some of these, you'll actually have it either at the top, it'll be right here at the top, or it'll be here in the bottom. So that's the only difference you'll notice. Also, the spades on top, they're pretty much the same. They're pretty much the same width, and they'll fit. So when you go look for your LEDs, HID, or your replacement halogen, just make sure that the one you're going for is going to be the correct one for your car. So always, for the best accurate way would be to actually pull out the bulb and look it up like that. For LEDs, if you notice, they actually look a bit different. You'll notice that the tabs might look weird, or maybe wider, bigger, longer, but they're meant to replicate the original. So it will fit if you put it into your application, if it's the correct bulb for your car. So you might be wondering, like, how do you know that actually H8, H9, H11 will fit? Well, I have all three right here. So this is actually a H11 housing. So this one had this one, which is actually an H8. I don't know if you can see that, but it is an H8 bulb that came straight from here. So I can show you right here. Put in, locks. And then that's what was included in this headlight, which is for a Hyundai Elantra. So check it out, it is an H11 LED bulb. And there you go, it locked. And it's in there. So no play, no anything, it'll fit in it. So when you're picking out your LEDs, HIDs, H11 will fit H8, H9. So you have that option. Alright, so once you know which bulb you need, which one, where to find it, where to get it, the next thing you want to ask yourself is, which one do I need for my vehicle? The reason why is because on European vehicles, most European vehicles would actually, they run a canvas system, which is a control area network. So what that does is that it controls, it's a separate computer from your ECU that controls your electrical, your accessories, everything like that. So secondary stuff that does not have to involve the ECU gets controlled by that computer. So by default, they're set to power on by either factory HID or factory halogen. So the halogen runs at 55 watts per bulb. So when you connect your LEDs, these are going at 36 watts per bulb, all right? Some of them can go up to 45. So depending what you get, you might actually run into this problem where you connect your LED and you start experiencing hyper flashing or flickering. You also get the effect of it turns on for a bit and then it turns off and it won't turn on no more. So, or it'll even give you error codes. So to fix this, you actually need to either get a higher wattage bulb to come close to what the computer is meant to recognize, or you can use an actual canvas decoder. So it'll look something like this. So the actual box, okay? So on this one, if this is the LS series, it comes pre-installed with it. It's actually 45 watts compared to the 36 watts, so this is brighter as well. But the thing is, this one, you should not have to worry about any of those problems happening because everything is already pre-installed into this. But this is something we consider overkill for a normal car. But if you want that, you can use it, no problem. And you'll also avoid all the problems. But these ones, the normal ones, this is an LA series version. You will sometimes experience that problem where you connect them and it doesn't want to work. So it's not the bulb's fault. It's actually how your computer, I mean, not your computer, but your vehicle setup. If your vehicle runs that canvas system, you will have to buy a canvas decoder to avoid that problem. So this is on a 50-50 chance with those type of vehicles, because we also experience this in some Toyotas, Silverados, Jeeps, and stuff like that. So it might happen, it might not happen. The problem with this is that there's still not enough information out there in the market to actually let us know which vehicles are going to have this problem. So this will happen to any LED that you use. So not just ours, but any aftermarket LED will have the same problem as we do. So each one will have their own way of solving that problem. But if you ever run into the point where nothing can work for it, then you're pretty much out of luck. And this will happen for any type of LED until someone actually creates something that can fix that problem. All right. So other than that, I hope I might have answered any questions that you have. Make sure that when you do decide to pick up a light, make sure that one, you know which exact bulb it is that you need. Don't just go and buy a random one. Make sure that it actually is going to clear. For instance, here you can see the difference in sizes. So you want to make sure that the LED or the HID you decide to go for will actually clear your vehicle's clearance that has between the headlight and the actual frame. So if it clears, then you should be good. Another thing you want to go for is make sure that if you don't like having extra cables, anything like that, then try to go for the actual all-in-one, which is like these, where it's just one cable, everything plugs in, everything's inside the actual light itself. So inside the unit, you have your driver and everything. Other ones will have something like this, where you actually have the driver out to help dissipate heat better. But the only problem is that these things tend to get hot. So wherever you do decide to mount these, make sure it's away from anything that can get damaged or burned, because these do get hot. So, and this will be for any type of LED. So the actual bulb itself, you don't have to worry about it. They're cooled properly with their cooling system. So you'll be good with that. There's a bunch of different variations. It all depends on user preference. So if you want to get a fan-based LED, you'll get something like this. It'll be something a little bigger than that, but make sure that what you get is gonna fit in your car. That's the main thing you want, to make sure it fits in there. All right. So if you guys have any questions, any suggestions, you want me to test something out for you, please let us know. Comment, leave a message, contact us, and we'll try to assist you as much as we can. All right.